I never thought a simple blood test could scatter everything I had built for years. I'm talking about the kind of love people pray for, the one that feels like it was carved in stone. But the day the doctor looked us in the eyes and said those words, "You both are heirs, you cannot marry," I swear, my world went silent. Miracle, the woman I loved with my whole chest, broke down crying right there in his office. And me. I just sat still, like someone had poured cold water all over me. But let me start from the beginning, because you need to understand how we even got here. When Miracle first came into our Corpus Lodge, everything shifted. It was a sunny afternoon. I remember she dragged her big bags into the compound, looking lost but excited. She had this energy that made the whole place feel different. And trust me, in a Corpus Lodge, news spreads like wildfire. By evening, everybody already knew, new copper has arrived. Among all of us, it was Victor who caught the fire the most. Victor was my roommate, my guy, almost like my blood brother. From that very first sight, he was gone. I still remember him whispering to me that night while we lay on our bunks, "Bro, that girl. I swear, I must make her mine." I laughed and told him, "Relax. She just entered. At least allow her to settle." But Victor wasn't joking. He started following her up and down, carrying her bucket to the well, helping her fetch water, knocking on her door to ask if she had eaten. If he bought suyo, he bought extra for her. If he cooked indomie, he carried a plate to her room. Everyone in the lodge could see that Victor's eyes were on Miracle. And because of the guy code, I stayed away. It's a simple rule, you don't chase a girl your guy is chasing. Me and Miracle only exchanged greetings. "Hi Nathan." "Hello Miracle." That was all. The truth. I didn't even look at her that way. She was beautiful, no doubt, but I respected my friend. Besides, I wasn't exactly searching for love. But life, sometimes, it plays its own tricks. One night changed everything. It was around 11:30 p.m. The whole lodge was quiet. Some people were snoring, some pressing their phones under the covers. The power had gone out, and the heat inside our room was unbearable. I stepped out to the balcony, sat on the old wooden bench, and started scrolling through my phone, just trying to get fresh air. Then I heard footsteps. Miracle walked out. She smiled softly and asked, "Nathan, why are you not asleep?" I shrugged. "The room is too hot. Feels like an oven." She chuckled and sat beside me. What started as small talk turned into a long, deep conversation. We spoke about our backgrounds, our families, our struggles, what we wanted to do after NYSC. She told me how she dreamed of working in media, and I told her about my plans for business after service. She laughed a lot, asked questions, shared stories. Before we knew it, 2 hours had passed. For the first time, I saw a different side of her, real, vulnerable, human. What I didn't know was that Victor was inside, listening through the window. The next morning, he pulled me aside. "Nathan, I beg, since you and Miracle are now close, help me talk to her. Make she give me chance. It's been 2 months and she never answered me." I nodded. "No wala." That same evening, I asked Miracle straight up, "Why are you stressing Victor? He's been after you all this time. Don't you like him?" She sighed, then looked me in the eyes. "Nathan, I can't date Victor. I see him as a big brother. Meanwhile, there is someone else I have an eye on in this lodge." Her words shocked me. My mind started racing. I asked, "So who is the guy?" "Jude. Jerry. Steven." She shook her head at each name. "Then who?" I pressed. She smiled mischievously. "Wait. Let me write it down." She ran inside, scribbled on a small piece of paper, came back, and told me to close my eyes. She slipped the folded sheet into my hand and ran off, shouting, "Open it." I opened it. And my heart skipped. It was my name. Nathan. I froze. Couldn't even move. My hands went cold. That night, she sent me a WhatsApp message. So, what's your response? I typed slowly, carefully, respectfully. I decline. Victor likes you. I can't betray him. She replied instantly, if it's about Victor, don't worry. I'll sort him out. The next morning, she did exactly that. She sent Victor a message, Vic, please we need to talk. Victor dressed sharp, thinking it was finally good news. He even told me, bro, pray for me. I think today is the day. But when he came back later, his face was shattered. He didn't say a word to me. Just dropped his bag, lay down, and stared at the ceiling. I didn't need anyone to tell me what happened. Hours later, while we both lay on our bunks pressing our phones in silence, he finally spoke. Nathan, I know you didn't plan this. But she chose you. Don't break her heart. My chest tightened. Tears almost fell. That was how my relationship with Miracle began. And from the start, it was fire. Miracle loved me loudly and boldly. She showered me with attention, care, gifts. Shoes, shirts, perfumes, cooked meals. If I mentioned I liked something, she found a way to get it for me. One time, my phone was giving me problems. I told her I needed 30,000 naira to add to my savings and buy a new one. Within minutes, she sent it. Another time, my cousin needed 20,000 urgently for hospital bills. Miracle didn't even think twice, she transferred it. It was overwhelming. I had never seen love expressed this way. At first, I wasn't deeply in love, but with everything she did, how could I not fall? I found myself thinking about her constantly, wanting to be around her, missing her when she wasn't there. When I passed out from NYSC, leaving the lodge, Miracle cried like a child. She held me so tight I could barely breathe. Promise me distance won't change us, she said. I promised. And I kept my word. We stayed connected, calls, texts, video chats. Then, with her mother's help, I got a good job in Lagos and moved closer. Love rekindled, even stronger than before. We saw each other almost every day. We grew together, planned together. 2 years later, I proposed. She said yes. Our family celebrated. Wedding plans began. It felt perfect. Like a dream. Until that day. A friend asked me if we had done genotype test. I said no. He told me, better do it. You don't want surprises later. We went. Sat in the doctor's office. He looked at us, his face heavy. It might seem like destiny, he said, but sometimes it isn't really destined to be. You both are yes? The room went silent. Miracle broke down instantly, tears pouring down her face. I sat frozen, unable to move, unable to think. That was the beginning of the end. We tried different hospitals, hoping for a mistake. Every test gave the same result. As an ass. Not advised to marry. We couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. For months, we held on to each other, praying for a miracle. But nothing changed. Eventually, we had to face reality. We let go. Miracle later found someone else, a man with A genotype. They got married. And I was there. Imagine me, standing at her wedding, clapping, smiling, pretending to be happy while my chest burned inside. They even gave me the microphone to speak. I wished her joy, long life, love. My voice shook, but I said the words. That night, when I went home, I cried like a baby. Now, life continues. It must. I'm talking to someone new, Moi. We've been in the talking stage for 2 months. She's sweet, beautiful, and full of life. But sometimes, when I look at her, I still remember Miracle. And I wonder, how can something that felt so right end in such a painful way?